Hi folks, another little t-shirt vid for you here. We're going to be using vinyl again today, and we're going to have to import some images from some customers into our Silhouette Cameo software and then cut the vinyls out. So let's get going on this one. Right, I've had a few people off of Facebook contact me again and wanting some of their own personal images transferred onto different garments. So I'm going to start showing you what I'm going to do here. One of them is a two-color application, and I'm just going to show you how you can split items up. If you've got a logo which someone's provided for you and they want two separate coloured vinyls, there's many ways you can do it. I'll just show you a simple way to do it. So let's get on and have a look now. Right, okay then, so we're in Cameo, Silhouette Cameo software right at the moment. Now I'm doing it like this so that you can see my hands and what I'm actually doing. I can explain a lot better like this rather than doing a screen capture. So first of all, we've got to bring the image into our Silhouette Studio software. Now I've got it set up on a 12x12 page at the moment with no cutting mat. This is just the 12x12 A4 paper, and all I've got there is the actual cut line around the edge there for the cut border. So everything I do wants to be inside that line basically. So I'm just going to go up to File on the top of the left hand side of the page, and I'm going to go to Merge, and then I'm going to locate my image, which is right here. One click on it and then open. Now as you can see, it's a nice big image. This is a 12x12 sheet, don't forget, which I'm working with here. So if I click on the image now, you can see basically that it's a very large image, and we've got black and blue are the two predominant colours. We've got a little blue bit there, a little blue bit there, and a little blue dot on top of the eye there for the word security. And all I'm going to do is reduce it down to the size which I require. And in this case, I'm looking for a 4-inch box, so I can just drag that onto the page. And again, drag the diagonals as near as down to 4 inches as I can. And I'm just going to put that in the top corner of the page there. So what do you want to do then? I need to isolate every individual element, because when I click on the item at the moment, everything gets selected. And we need to split things up so that we can define the two different colours for the two different vinyls that we're going to be using. And what I need to do first of all is to trace this actual image. So if I come over here, down on the right hand side menu, if you hover the mouse over, I think it's the 4th image down, you'll see Open Trace Panel. So click on that, opens the trace window, and then you've got at the top there Select Trace Area, which I want to click with the mouse. And once I've done that, my mouse now becomes active, and I want to drag the mouse over to right outside the image, right in the top corner there. I don't know if you can see that. Hold the left mouse button down when you're happy, and then drag the mouse with the left mouse button down, and as you'll see, it'll drag a box around all the image you want to be cut out. Once you're completely over your logo, let go of the mouse, and as you can see, everything goes yellow. Now my settings over here, you can either trace the outline, solid fill. I'm going to leave it on solid fill. Now sometimes when people do this, it may not fill in completely, and you can play about with the high pass filter here and move it backwards and forwards, and sometimes you have to just use a bit of trial and error with this. But we're going to leave it like that for the moment, and I'm going to click the trace icon down there. If you click trace outer edge, it will just trace the outside and not all the inner bits of the E's and the D and the circles and stuff like that. So we just want to click the trace icon, and that is it. We've actually got a trace line around all of our individual lines there. And to prove that, if we take our image now, hold the mouse button on the image, and I can actually move the image out of the way, get it off the page. I don't need that anymore now. I can actually delete that if I wanted, but I'll leave it there because it's a colour reference as to the different coloured vinyls. So as you can see now, on the page, there's our outline of everything on the page. Now if I click on the item, left mouse click, as you can see, everything's still in one, and that would be moving, as you can see, all in one. Well, that's no good to us at the moment because we need to separate the blue bits from the black bits. As you can see there, we've got the blue top of the A, which is that bit there. We've got the blue middle bar on the E, that one there, and we've got the little blue dot for the I there. So what we need to do is to separate all these things and then group them how we want them, and I'll show you what I mean by that. If we put our mouse over any part of the image, right click on it, and then click release compound path. Scroll down. Every single item now is individual. Now I'm going to show you what I mean. If I come outside and then click back into it again, every little item now, individual item, is actually segregated, as you can see there. And that's what I wanted. Look, I can move this one out of the way now on its own, or any other one out of the way. Look, but I'm going to go backwards. I just moved them now just to show you what you can do. So if you go up here to the back button, you can actually just move them back into their place. So basically, every single item on there now is an individual part. So I don't really want to move anything that I don't need to, because it'll alter the spacings of it. Right, so that's our item on the page there. And as you see, if I click on it now, and then right click on it, and then hit duplicate. So I'm basically taking a copy of that and just move it sideways, just by hitting your right button on your keyboard, and that takes one exactly horizontal. So I'm happy with that. So I've basically got two copies now of the same image. So if I now click on the item, right click on it, and then click ungroup, all of them items are now basically individual items, as you can see again. If I just click on that one, all individual items. Now all I'm going to do here is to take away the ones that I don't want. Now that's that one there. I'm not worried about it spacing at all, because I've got a direct replica there. So all I'm going to do is to move that one away, get that out of the way. I'm going to move the one from the E out of the way. That's going to be the different colour. Don't want that one. And the little dot on the I, I'm going to move that out of the way as well. So basically I've just taken away all the blue bits. So now that black bit can be cut, no problem whatsoever. On the same scale, I've now got these over here, which is exactly the same replica as that. And all I want to do now is to right click on this one and then click ungroup. And now all these ones are separate. Now all I need to do now is to remove all the other bits, like the black bits. So I don't need that A, I don't need the top E, I don't need the bottom E, and I don't need none of the word security there, and leads. I'm just going to regroup the word leads together, just so that I can move it away in one go. That's all, the only reason I'm doing that. And also them little two parts of the E there, I can get rid of them. And also the word security, I can just drag the mouse across the bits I don't want. So basically what I've done now is I've separated everything in its colour just by duplicating and removing the stuff I don't need. So this one I know is going to be the black, and this one I know is going to be the blue. So now I'm just going to group these back together again and group them so that it doesn't matter now if I accidentally move anything. I know that they're going to be the same size. So what you can do also, you don't have to do it like this. Let me just move this over a bit more so we can see. Because I don't want to play about with the sizes, I can actually group everything by dragging the box around absolutely everything, and then right clicking on something in there and then click group. So now everything is now grouped back together again. As you can see, it's one big box, and if I moved it, everything would resize. So I could actually change this logo, make it a lot bigger, and all these things would stay in the right places because I've actually grouped everything back together. Well, I'm happy with that now. So all I'm going to do now is I want this is black vinyl and this is blue vinyl. So I'm just going to regroup them all back together again. And these ones here, I'm going to regroup back together again. Right, and as you can see, if I click on that image, they're all grouped together. If I click on this side, they're all grouped together. So right, we're going to take it over to our send window now over there. And what I can do here, I want to cut out the blue ones first, the black ones first, sorry. So if I just click on this side image, which are grouped together, and if you right click and then click no cut there, can you see it goes like a fainter red? That basically means that that image isn't going to cut out, and the one in deep red is on cut, so it's going to cut that out. And so I ain't got to move these about. That's the point I'm trying to make here. I can leave them exactly as they are, leave it on the page, and providing it's in the faint red colour, it won't cut. As you can see, if I click on it, it's on no cut. If I wanted to cut that out, once I've clicked on it, just click the cut window again, and then it comes back as dark red, as you can see now. But I don't need that for the moment. I'm just going to click on it once, and then click no cut, because I don't really want to move it off the page. Right, okay then, so we've turned on the Silhouette Cameo now. I've got some black vinyl here. Bring it forward. I'm just going to load that into the machine by pressing load media. We're going to click the send button here, but we've also set up our cutting preferences here. I've got a heat transfer smooth .1. I made my own one up because I changed. Sometimes I do 2 passes, as you can see, which I've just increased to 2 passes. I use a speed of 8 there and a force of 7. And on this one we have the cutter blade set to 3. If you've got a Silhouette 3 Cameo or above that, then you won't have that because it automatically adjusts it. But all I'm going to do now is to click send. It's going to ask me if I want to send it mirrored or as is. If I send it as is, it will cut out as it is there. If I send it mirrored, which is what we need for vinyl, it will flip that over horizontally and we ain't got to worry about it. Even though it looks right there, it will send it mirrored. So I'm going to send it mirrored, and it will start now cutting out our graphic in the size that we've actually required. Right, there we go. So we've done that. We just unload it, and that basically is our black graphic completed now. So I'm just going to go and get some blue vinyl now, and then we'll do that bit. Right, so here's me blue vinyl now. I'm just going to load that into the cutter first of all. Bring you back over to the software, and now we want to change this here because we want to cut the blue one out. So if I just click on that, similarly, if I just move that off the page, and then if I click on this one, which is our blue shape, I'll just drag that into the corner if I want, like that. And then all I've got to do then is to come up here and click the cut line, and as you see, it's got darker and heavier already. Everything else is set, so all I've got to do is click send and send mirrored, and that will cut out our blue exactly the same size in exactly the correct location that we need it in. And that was it. So let's unload that and take this over to our workbench and cut it out. Right, okay then, so here we go with our 2 different coloured cutouts there. I'm going to start off by cutting the square one out for the black image, and as you know, I always line up my vinyls using my grid section, which I've got here, just to make life a bit easier basically, and keeps everything straight, especially when you're doing multiple layers like this. So if you just stick with me for a minute, I'm just going to cut these out. Right, so now I've cut them. I've just cut them out roughly at the moment, but they're square. That's the main thing, that they actually kept square. I'm just going to weed out the excess, so I'll see you in a second. Right, so as you can see there, I've just layered one on top of the other at the moment, and everything looks okay. So all I'm going to do now is just cut around the edges, because we've got no reference points, as it's saying. I know they're straight because we've just lined them up. We've got straight edges we're dealing with there, and I know that the image looks fine. So all I'm going to do now is just literally cut around everything so that everything is square. And there we go. There's my graphic, everything lined up, although it's on 2 separate layers at the moment, as you can see. If I peel that apart now, as you can see, that'll be nice and easy for me to layer on top now. Everything's actually the same size, so I can easily sort of line that up using me dot on my eye as one of my reference points. And there's our 2 layers, so I'm happy with that. I can't apply it on this t-shirt yet because we've actually got to order this special t-shirt in. It's a white t-shirt this is going on. So there you go. So I can just leave that like that for the moment. Put it to one side. And as soon as the t-shirt comes in, then I can apply it. So I hope that gives you some sort of understanding on how you can simply layer stuffs in vinyl using just a few simple techniques there. There's many ways to do it, as I say, in the Cameo Silhouette software, and that's just a simple way that I use, and it works in this little logo for what we've got here with just 2 colours. You don't want to be layering vinyls on top of each other if you can help it, because you'll change the thickness of the actual vinyl and it becomes a little bit stiff. 2 colours like this, totally acceptable, because they're still single layer vinyls. I'm not layering them on top of each other, and at the end of the day, this is the customer's design, so we're trying to give the customer what he wants. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little tutorial, and I'll see you again in the next video, and until then, bye for now.